Let me present to you a great story which is so dear to me of my grandfather, noble father, Moulana Abdul Malik Khan Sahib. Once it so happened that Moulana Sahib, my father, was in Lahore. He received a telegram from Huzur, Khalifatul Masih II, Radhiyallahu Ta'ala anhu. And the telegram said that you go to the Arabian embassy in Karachi, and they have written a letter to the Pakistan government in which they have mentioned Jamaat Ahmadiyya. I need a copy of that letter. So you go and fetch it, collect it, retrieve it somehow. He takes the next train, goes to Karachi, and when he goes to Karachi, he didn't know where to begin, obviously. So he said, okay, he stays in Lalu Khet at some Ahmadi's home. In the morning, he goes to the bus stop, tries to take a bus to the American embassy so that he can find how to begin to retrieve it. So there he's standing, waiting for the bus, and he saw a sign in front on the other side of the road. And the sign said that this is an Arabic school and Arabic is being taught here. And it is written in Arabic, and the Arabic written was grammatically wrong.
On the sign.
On the sign. So he began to smile. And then he looked again and he again smiled. So a fellow passenger was standing next to him. He said, "What are you smiling about, sir?" He said, "Never mind. It's okay. It's between me. I'm just looking at something." He said, no, please tell me what you're smiling. He insisted. So my father said, look, there is a sign written here that Arabic is being taught, and this phrase which they have written here in Arabic is grammatically wrong. So I began to smile or laugh that here they are teaching Arabic.
The irony, yeah.
This is the irony. They can't write a phrase correctly. The man replied, this is so mind-boggling. The man said, I'm the principal of this school. Would you kindly come and teach my children Arabic? He said, no, I have already employed. I don't need a job. He said, you come in the evening. My school starts in the evening. So you give a pep talk to the students. He agreed. So he went there in the evening, talked to the students over there. I don't know what he spoke. But anyway, and then he left. The next day again he went there, and this time the owner or the principal of the school sat in that class with other students. So my father thought that he's sitting here to see what I talk with these children. So he said, let me interrupt. After you're done with the class, could you see me in my office? He said, sure. So after the class was over, he goes to his office. They sit in front of each other on a table. And the man said, really, I have called you here because he opens the drawer and he said, we have received a letter which needs to be translated. And we are not able to translate properly. Would you help us to translate this? It has arrived from an American embassy. It was written to government of Pakistan.
Saudi embassy.
Saudi embassy, to the Pakistan government. So they have sent it to us to translate because nobody understands Arabic there. He said, my father understood. His sixth sense said it is the same letter. So he said, I will do it provided you do something for me. He said, what? He said, can you make 3 copies of this letter? He said, sure. He goes there outside, make 3 copies, give it to him. He keeps those 3 copies, and it was a 3-line letter. He translates it, give it back to him. He said, thank you very much. You have resolved our problem, which was hanging on our head. Then he immediately goes on the telephone booth and calls Khalifatul Masih. And Khalifatul Masih was, in fact, on that time, he was in the private secretary's office. And he attends the phone instead of private secretary attending the phone. So he said, Mahmood, Huzur said. So my father began to shake. He said, Huzur? He said, yes. Abdul Malik? He understood my father. So my father said, yes, Huzur, I have found that letter. And I can read it to you. This is what is written. And I would, express mail it to you this afternoon or tomorrow. He said, so fast you could find it? So my father's comment is worth noting, and that is the punchline of this whole story. My father said, Huzur, you are the Khalifa of God. If you tell a wooden stick to do something for you, that wooden stick, believe you me, I swear to God, would work for you. You have chosen Abdul Malik to do this work, which is less than the wooden stick. Why this work will not be done for you? So Huzur began to smile and
MashaAllah.
so then he sent the letter next day, obviously, by express delivery. This shows the wisdom of Khalifatul Masih. This shows how Allah's hand is protecting the Khalifa. Whatever is needed, it is immediately provided to him. Truly, we can say, وَلَا يُمَكِّنَنَّ لَهُمْ دِينَهُمُ الَّذِي ارْتَضَىٰ لَهُمْ. Allah strengthens the religion through the institution of